Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all are fine. Walaikum assalam, Kisa. How's everybody? Welcome to this English Pressing Composition seminar or orientation for CSS 2021. We have enough participants so that I can just introduce myself to you guys. I am Walaikum Assalam Javeria. I am Ayesha from CSS 2013. Belongs to the postal group and associated with the Prime Minister's office and Economic Cooperation Organization recently. It had been 5 years since I have done CSS, and since I have started teaching the CSS aspirants just like you guys. Walaikum assalam, Marwa. Talking about my qualification, I have done my PhD in International Relations from National Defense University, Islamabad. And I have been teaching since last three and a half years. And I have been teaching English Pressing Composition and Pakistan Affairs simultaneously to the students and aspirants of CSS. So we'll have a little introduction from your side, inshallah, very soon. Kissa, I belong to the postal group primarily, but I have been working with different organizations on deputation basis. For example, previously I was posted at the Prime Minister's office. Recently, I am posted at Economic Cooperation Organization, Iran. And hopefully soon shifting to another place. So we would be talking about a little about the subject and more about the questions that you guys have related to this subject. So this subject, if I have your attention, all of yours, first of all, it would be my request to all of you to do not switch on your mics. I mean, I would try my best to mute you guys, but if anybody is switching on their mics, they are requested not to do so. Otherwise, there would be a disruption in the overall communication, and you would be able to you would not be able to hear me properly. Okay, so one thing related to the subject is you can ask me questions simultaneously. Is the screen visible to you guys? Okay, so screen is visible to you. So you must have a little idea of what CSS is all about. There are 6 compulsory subjects, 6 optional subjects. Out of these compulsory subjects, one of the compulsory and most important subject after English essay is English composition and Pressy paper, which is a 100 marks paper, which includes different things, but they're all associated with English language. Okay, so usually the examiner or the CSS or FPSC, they check the English language skills of the aspirants and the people who are actually appearing in the examination. So this course is divided into a few subtopics. For example, out of the 100 marks, you would be having a 20 marks objective paper, which is going to be the grammar and vocabulary. Okay, this third part, which is going to be 20 marks. 20 marks for the Pressy, 20 marks for the comprehension, reading comprehension. Then 10 marks for the sentence correction, 10 marks for the grouping of words, 10 for the pair of words, and 10 for the translation. So overall, the examiner would be seeking or would be trying to understand how do you see a Pressy, how do you comprehend it, and how do you write it. Okay, and then they would be looking at your sentence structures. Am I audible? If I'm audible to everybody, kindly say yes. If I'm not audible to somebody, kindly refresh yourself and come back to the class again. Javeria, you have a question, you have raised your hand. Okay. Okay, ठीक है. So overall, this is going to be your theme. The examiner would be checking your sentence structures, your spellings, your structuring of the response that you have written, the vocabulary, the grammatical errors, the writing style, and everything associated with the language skills. Okay. So during this whole paper, or during this whole preparation of CSS 2021, which is going to be really on point, so you would be able to practice the English comprehension and Prezi. I mean, you would be able to do that because the overall subject is going to be it's going to be a practical subject. I mean, we would be practicing more and we would be talking less. We would be discussing what are the flaws in your writings. We would be talking about the overall structure of your writing. We would be discussing things keeping in view the examiner's point of view. Okay, then I would be teaching you about the advanced rules, about the tips and tricks and techniques of how to write effectively for CSS, and you would be able to write in a better manner. Okay, so Prezi is really important, comprehension is really important, and simultaneously I would try my best to make sure that your vocabulary is on point, as keeping in view the overall subjects that you would be appearing for. Okay, then uh, the focus content, obviously it would be the Prezi writing skills. We would be starting off with this. We would start off with the basic Prezi writings, and then we would try to read the Prezi passage, and then we would try to attempt the Prezi effectively, and then we would move towards the advanced practices, and then more of the practice and less of the talking, as this is the motto for the subject. Then we would be talking about the comprehension skills set training, in which we would be talking about how to do it, what are the major mistakes that usually students do, what are the ways to score high, what are the basic rules, and how are you going to attempt the comprehension in the final examination by practicing more and more. Then there would be an English grammar part, in which we would be talking about the basic topics. For example, that would be covered in your exam. For example, how to make a sentence for the pair of words. We would be practicing the pair of words. We would be talking about the grouping of words. We would be talking about sentence correction, punctuation, and focusing upon the translation as well. So overall, this is going to be your focused content. Now, I request every one of you that if you guys have any question related to this subject, I am more over into responding to your queries as compared to talking about the content of this subject, because this subject is more about practice and less about talking or giving a presentation on. So over to you guys. You are mashallah 36 people sitting here, so it's a request to all of you, but just keep that thing in mind that you guys would not be doing CSS in just one day. Okay, no, I would not be suggesting any of the books for this subject, not at all. There are many books related to your grammar, English grammar and English language, but specifically for Prezi, comprehension, translation, and other things, there would not be any book. Okay, so do not think that you would be preparing anything from this from any book. I would tell you, Marwa, how to practice it. We would be start practicing with a small paragraph, and then we would be focusing upon the advanced levels. Okay. Maheen, you're saying if there is a problem with vocabulary, how to enhance it. Maheen, It's a long process. I mean, this is January, starting off from February and preparing till December. You would be focusing upon enhancing your vocabulary each day. I would be guiding you throughout how to enhance your vocabulary. I would be letting you know about the things and the tips to enhance your vocabulary. But definitely, this is up to you, or it would be up to you that how are you going to take it and practice about it. So, from where are you going to start? I would let you know where to start from, but Pressy is going to be the starting point. How should you prepare yourself, Ibrahim? First, you have to prepare your mind. Either you're going to appear for 2021 or you're planning something for a longer time. How can we make pressy of any article read from Dawn newspaper? From reading from any article from any newspaper, I would be giving you the tips and tricks. I mean, most of the people would be talking about how you are going to attempt the pressy. Okay, there would be a bigger passage in the examination, and you would be responding to that passage in like 30-35 minutes. So as I told you before, the practice is the only thing that we would be focusing upon. So practice is going to make you sure, and practice is going to let you know how are you going to make a pressy of any article. Mariam, you're saying I'm super bad at Pressy and I have been practicing since last 2 months, but unfortunately couldn't improve. Can you please tell us the ways how exactly or at what point we should start practicing Pressy? You should start practicing Pressy from today, because Pressy is something that is going to come. The paragraph is going to come out of nowhere. Okay, the examiner is going to take the paragraph from any literature content. It's not going to be repeated. It's going to be from any a newspaper. It's going to be on any current affairs, which has a huge bombardment of vocabulary and jargons. So do not think that you are going to start off in the last month. You have to start off now, and then you have to just focus upon it. When I speak English, there is 12 sentences come in my mind, and there is problem to select the rules of tenses. What should I do? Ehsan, uh, first thing, you should not think in Urdu and you should not talk in Angrezi. Okay? Thinking in English and writing in English is one thing that you have to focus upon. Okay? So inshallah, do not worry, don't think that we would not be talking about the rules of tenses. We would be talking and we would be focusing upon it. I have, Marva, there is not a specified group of marks which are the highest ones, but definitely one person who is too good with English language can score 70 plus. अच्छा जी, आप क्या कह रही हैं आप? Kissa, you're saying, ma'am, the CSS wisdom, acing CSS, the CSS companion ये books read करनी चाहिए, and ये किससे related हैं? Can you tell? I don't think so. Kissa, I don't think so. There is no need, because CSS has become a business for the business minded people. Okay, so they would come up with any unique idea or any unique kitab or any unique thing for the aspirants just like you. Okay, who would think that this might be the only key to your success, which is not the right thing. Okay, key to success is something that you would be focusing upon your own understanding of things. Acing CSS wisdoms and blah blah blah, they're not going to help at all. Ma'am, please proceed ahead. Where to proceed? Ghulam, as Pressy is all about gist of a paragraph, so how long it should be? It should be 1/3. Just keep that in mind, Hania. Shabnoor, how can we improve our vocabulary? By reading more and more, by utilizing your words in day-to-day life, and by practicing those words and making the sentences. So could you please guide me from where to start? Priyanka, you can start from any of the compulsory subjects and focus upon the compulsories for the first 6 months and then the optionals for the next 6 months. Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. आप कितने marks से? I got 63. Kissa. I got 63. Okay, Essen, you have a question, you have raised your hand. Amna, you have a question, you have raised your hand. Mariam, you are asking what things specifically should I keep in mind when writing précis of any paragraph or article? Uh, Mariam, when we would be starting off with our regular classes, you have to start off from the basics. Okay, I cannot let you know just in a sentence that this is how you're supposed to write a précis. You are actually supposed to start off with something basic and then you have to move towards the medium and then the advanced levels. Okay, so keep that in mind, that you have to uh, focus upon something from the basics, smaller paragraph, easy language, to medium, and then to the advanced levels. अच्छा, Ghulam, आप कह रहे हैं, ma'am, the question process should be at the end of lecture. Please proceed your topic ahead. Ghulam, the thing is that I have actually given a small orientation of the subject. I have actually requested every one of you to ask me questions related to this subject because this is going to be your basics. And then when we'll start off with our regular class, we would be talking about the content of the subject, because this subject is not about something which is going to come from any of the specified books. This is going to be an open book, open um, window kind of a subject. Okay, so it's going to be a practice based subject which we would be talking about in our regular classes. Okay, Tayyaba, does it matter or not for this Taiba, my academic background, I have a PhD in international relations, focusing upon my major was political economy. Okay, so academic background does not matter with the competitive exam. I mean, a doctor from anywhere or an engineer from anywhere, they can also compete and they can also perform really well. Okay, so it does not matter. You have to start off with the basics. अच्छा जी, आप आगे क्या कह रहे हैं? You guys have a lot of questions. किस्सा, मैम अगर हम पंजाब से हैं और किसी दूसरे प्रोविंस में जाकर CSS STEM कर सकते हैं. If you already have a domicile from Punjab, you can always attempt it from any other province, but your domicile is going to help you with the allocations in the finals. Ibrahim, mainly from the internet. Ibrahim, I prepared myself from the internet, and as I was actually working with the UN at that time and also doing my MPhil, so it really helped me a lot. Marwa, tell about composition, how to attempt, and all rules. Marwa, this is composition or comprehension. Comprehension passage is going to have a really important thing for examination because it's going to be a 20-mark comprehension passage. Okay, so I cannot let you know about all the rules which are there for the comprehension passage, but definitely in the regular classes you would get to know about the basics of it, and then by practicing you will understand how you are going to perform it in the final examination. Okay. Okay, where to prepare idioms? I'll let you know. What was your qualification at that time when you attempt? MPhil. Habib, I'll definitely suggest you many websites for preparation of your English language idioms, specifically idioms, pair of words, and grammar. Okay. Can someone prepare his herself with a tough schedule like a job? Yeah, definitely you can. Definitely, Waheen. It's up to you how you're going to divide your time, keeping in view your job schedules. Okay, kindly switch off your cameras. Bakas Iqbal. Nobody would like to see you guys.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you for if you just keep your mic shut as well. Okay, because if my mic is only working, then you would be able to hear me properly. Otherwise you would be having a huge disruption in hearing me really well. Okay, so Janabe
I don't.
Wala, if you if you guys, I am going to mute all. Okay, I only teach online, Kissa. Only teach online. How I can improve my writing skill by read? You can't improve your writing skills by reading only. You have to write more and more to improve your writing skills, Ghulam. Please stop asking. Rais, there is no stupid question like, ma'am, what's your qualification? की ज़रूरत, आप कहाँ से? Classes will be mature. Rais, the thing is, there is no stupid question at all in this world. You have to have guts to ask the question. Okay, my policy is not to snub anybody. I have to respond to all of the queries that you guys have. It's all right. It's all right, guys. It's all right. Um, there is always something important in the questions that are being asked by aspirants. Okay. Kissa, you can contact the admin, and admin is going to guide you towards me, uh, because admin is going to make sure that when are they going to begin with the regular classes and how they're going to keep the classes. Okay, my way is that I take 3 to 4 days a week of the English composition, and during that time I try my best to make you more of the practice and less of the teaching, and then we discuss your assignments. But I mark them, scan them, show it to everybody, and then share it with everyone, and then we have to discuss it. Okay, which is main, which is Anmol Bhadwani. You have to read more to increase your vocabulary. You have to read, you have to point out the words that you can utilize in your day-to-day life, and then you have to actually practice them. First you have to make a habit of reading more, Ghulam. ठीक है? Ibrahim sir, I'm 20. No, I'm going to attempt after 2 years, so I have to know when should you have to attempt, so please come. When you should have to attempt, so please come. I am unable to understand, Ibrahim. Is it possible we can conduct question and answer session? It would be well if you can discuss about content. Thanks. Mohammed, I've already discussed about the contents. I guess you have joined us late. Can we practice from the self-help English workbooks for this paper? Yes, sure. It's humble request to all of you, tell me about resources and website where can I practice more and more. Mariam, you can only practice keeping in view the day-to-day assignments, and you can practice by giving assignments to your own self as well. Analytical ability, that's questionable. I don't know if this is related to this subject or not. When I remember words, then I forget these words because you do not keep them in your mind. You do not remember them, you scram them. Marwa, dictionary sometimes would help, but most of the time it won't. Dictionary, you cannot, you cannot memorize the whole dictionary. Okay? So if you guys have any other questions, you can ask me right away. Otherwise, there is an endless question answer session that you guys want to ask. But first thing first, I have already told you about it, that English composition pressy is not a subject that you can do or prepare in just one day. You have to be really consecutive, and you have to be really focused upon this subject, and you have to practice more. Asad, yes, definitely. Admin is going to let you know about it. All the regular classes are in evening because obviously we are working in the day and we cannot guide you during the day. So all the classes are in the evening so that everybody stay calm and they can enjoy their classes and learn more. Mhm. It's going to be within 2 months. Latecomers. Yes, we can definitely go again. अभी मैं end में एक दफा दोबारा दिखा देती हूँ. कायनात. I'll definitely show you the PPT slides. How to grow that we have analytical skills or not. Javeria, that's a really long topic. I'll discuss about it. Ma'am, this is not relevant to the topic. Please continue. Thank you for letting me know, Amir. I guess you have joined late because we have already talked about this subject. Yes. Okay. So, Wasim, you have to understand the grammar in detail. Okay, this is going to be, you have the sharing, screen sharing with you. Okay, so let me just go through this. There are 6 compulsory subjects, okay? Out of those 6 compulsory subjects of 100 each, one subject is English, Persian composition of 100 marks. This subject is actually divided into few components. First 20 marks Presi, 20 marks reading comprehension. Then there is a objective part of 20 marks in which you are asked about grammar and vocabulary. Then there is a 10 marks in tense correction. Then 10 marks grouping of words, 10 marks pair of words, and 10 marks translation. Okay, so this is the basic course division. During this whole session, we would be focusing upon basically focusing upon 3 major things. Okay, I mean 4 major things. First is Presi, second is comprehension passage, third is translation passage, and fourth is grammar. Okay, we would be talking about idioms and phrases. We would be talking about the pair of words, but we would be focusing upon the 4 things that I've already told you about. Okay. So you would be able to gain basic knowledge and advanced techniques and methodologies and tips and tricks related to this. So that is what I have told you. This is going to be the focus content. We would start off with the basic Presi writing, comprehension writing, translation, and grammar component. And then we would be focusing upon the medium and the advanced levels. This class is merely going to be a practice class for you. I would be guiding you throughout. I would be letting you know about everything related to this subject, and I would be checking your assignments and showing it to you every day. And we would be discussing about your mistakes, and then we would be learning about the subject and practice more, keeping in view the mistakes that you guys are making. Okay, so that is the only thing that we discussed previously. So if you guys have any other question related to this subject, you are most welcome to ask. Otherwise, I have to just wrap it up for today, and we would be meeting in the regular class. There is no subject of precision and composition. There is this subject of precision and composition. Uh, you at least you need the whole year to prepare it. I guess next week they would begin. Ma'am, can you prepare for Presi by yourselves, like self-study? Any suggestions, please? Definitely, you can do it by doing your self-studies. Ma'am, GRE word list is enough for synonyms and preparation. It is enough. GRE के जिसने कर लिया, that is enough for you. क्या classes online होंगी? Definitely classes would be online only. This is an online academy. I only teach online. I never go to any place to teach. Okay. Definitely, you would be having the basic grammar class. You would be having a basic grammar class, and we would be teaching. I would be teaching about the grammar too, and the basic grammar class is going to be your class, which is going to give you the basics of the grammar of English language, and then we will be talking about the advanced level. Marwa, that is going to be discussed by the admin. Okay, so I think I should wrap it up for now, and then